Welcome to my analysis of the Solo A Star Wars Story trailers and posters. I'm going to discuss hidden details, links to the other films, and what the plot might be. First up, I won't be going into Legends in great detail in this video. Alright, let's go. This is the Millennium Falcon's control panel. Google wouldn't tell me what all of the switches are doing, but this is the Falcon. There's the dice from episode 8, which I think are the ones Han won the Falcon off Lando with. They also appear in A New Hope. So this scene probably happens after Han wins the Falcon. It also suggests that he's been using this speeder for a while. He didn't just jump in. He had time to decorate. This seems to be the same class of stormtrooper that drove the hover tank in Rogue One riding the speeder bike, which is interesting because in episode 6 the speeder bike troopers look like this. So maybe the Empire updated the design during the original trilogy, but in Rogue One we see a rebel wearing this. Maybe this rebel got a prototype, or maybe, I don't know, the rebel came up with it themselves and the Empire stole it because they like the design. What is this? It looks like one of the moisture evaporators that we see on Tatooine, but it's creating steam, so it could just be a broken moisture evaporator, but in the previous shot it looks completely fine. Maybe they haven't finished all the special effects, that's quite common to see in trailers. There's another speeder right behind Han and Qi'ra. It seems to be pursuing them. This planet looks really nice, no cities or pollution like Coruscant. Oh! What happened to the Millennium Falcon? This really shows how well Lando treats a ship and how poorly Han treats one. Because in under 20 years, the Falcon goes from this to this. In fact, it's probably a good thing Han lost the Falcon after Return of the Jedi, because then I can only assume it would look like this in The Force Awakens. Disgusting. So, what happened? Theory time. Chewbacca ripped off someone's arms and no one cleaned it up, so it just dried and seeped into the walls. Han was carrying some coffees in the back of the Falcon, forgot, and did a barrel roll. Maybe it's a Wookiee thing? Like when a Wookiee lives in one place for a long time? I hope not. Whatever it is, it really makes this line much shallower.
I'll take good care of her. She won't get a scratch. All right?
Right.
I personally have lived in a house with white walls for over a decade, and they're still white. Maybe they are a bit darker, but not like this. Maybe someone left the window open overnight while it was parked on this planet. I mean, look how dusty and grimy it is. Speaking of this location, I think it's a hangar on this snow planet. It's dark, storing at least one ship, and he's wearing the same coat. If not, it could be the spice mines of Kessel. A spice mine would presumably be dark and dusty. Also, what are these people doing? They just seem to be standing there. Are they the rest of the crew looking at the Falcon? Why are they standing so far apart? This is a beach. That tower looks to me like a lighthouse, just from its placement and height. Disney are bringing boats into Star Wars. We saw one in The Last Jedi, but that could also fly. But we'd never seen boats before then in Star Wars. Oh, wait, no. Nope, there was a boat in Attack of the Clones. I forgot. Sorry about that. These two people look to be Han and Qi'ra. The trailer suggests that they're about to talk to Woody Harrelson's character, but that's probably purposely misleading. I mean, so much is happening on these beaches, and this entire scene is all over the place. Watch this clip from the trailer.
I'm putting together a crew. You in?
That's yes.
That's not the same planet. Woody's hair isn't being blown by the wind in the second shot. Oh, and also there's snow everywhere, and the first one was a beach. And Chewbacca's there. Though, depending on how much of this is shot on a green screen, we really can't be sure. Woody says, "I'm putting together a crew," which means we'll be getting the Star Wars heist film that everyone thought Rogue One would be. Solo will also be contending with Rogue One for the spot of Best Prequel. What the crew is for is probably a train heist on the snowy world, which is exciting. These small craft are carrying a carriage from this train in this shot. The inside of this cockpit matches up with the shape of the train, but it looks like those small craft exploded. This ridge seems to be the same one as this ridge, and there's an explosion where those small craft were. Maybe the carriage is full of explosives and they drop it, or maybe the explosion is unrelated. And these photos from Entertainment Weekly also seem to suggest there's a train heist. Although the train heist does look to be challenged by this person. And he or she is not alone. This group looks to have a few run-ins with Solo, on a train, on a beach, in a corridor, at a party. Well, I think this is the same person talking to Kira. No one else is wearing a mask and shoulder pad at this party. Not even Groot. The party looks pretty posh, but I'm interested in what this is. It looks similar to Jabba the Hutt's snack jar, but there's no one present who looks like they could eat it. Why is it next to the dancer? Does it make musical notes? Is it part of the entertainment? But back to this scene. What are these spikes? Were they once to stop vehicles coming up the beach? Or is it like Stonehenge? No one knows. One notable feature is this hook-looking thing on top of each. All I have to say about this shot is... Gonk Droid! Here's Lando. Lando is the most charismatic system in the galaxy. I believe that this is the gambling game in which Han wins the Millennium Falcon off Lando, as this seems to be Han walking up to the table. I've got no idea who this is, but that looks like snow in the background, so she's probably linked to the train heist. We get to see Lando flying the Falcon, presumably before Han wins it. I also love this Western style shot, but you'll notice all of these people are looking to the right of the screen. I've got no idea what's happening over there. Okay, halftime break. Well, it's probably not going to be halftime, but... Hey, I'm going to tell a joke. What do Chewbacca and Stormtroopers have in common? They both miss Han Solo. Yeah. Okay, back to the breakdown. It looks like this droid may be taking the role K2SO did in Rogue One, standing at the control panel and telling the characters doing the heist helpful intelligence. It looks like it could be lifting a microphone transmitter to its face. It's also holding something connected to a cable, but the cable doesn't seem to go anywhere, just into its forearm. Or it might be yanking a plug out of a socket, causing these sparks. But if the cable is plugged into its forearm, that could be how it hacks into machines by just plugging that in. The lighting and set design of this shot suggests to me that this is on the same beach as we saw earlier. This scene is putting evidence behind a line in A New Hope.
I've outrun Imperial starships. Not the local bulk cruisers, mind you. I'm talking about the big Corellian ships now.
That is a variation on the TIE bomber we're seeing in The Empire Strikes Back, and that's a giant space tentacle, presumably attached to a giant space octopus. And I think it's creating this storm. Look at that. That looks to be lightning coming out of the tentacle. The front of the Millennium Falcon must be really sharp. Look at it slicing through those smaller tentacles with ease. I also love Lando's face as he realizes how badly Han is going to be treating his ship. Not a scratch, Lando. I reckon the Falcon is actually an Imperial ship. With the white interior and everything, why else would they be flying it away from the Star Destroyer? This is also supported by seeing Han signing up to be a pilot. Is this the Kessel Run? Han Solo is always going on about how the Millennium Falcon did the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs.
It's a ship that made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs.
This is a ship that made the Kessel Run in 14 parsecs.
12!
14.
But here's the catch. A parsec is a measurement of distance, not time.
Geonosis is less than a parsec away.
Maybe the Kessel Run is usually a lengthier trip because you have to detour around a space octopus storm. Or maybe Han just doesn't know what he's talking about. Obi-Wan doesn't seem to believe half the things Han says in A New Hope. I like to think that Han just lied about the Kessel Run. So, that's the Han Solo film titled Solo. Overall, this trailer looks pretty exciting to me. It's got all the things you want in a Star Wars movie. Spaceships, a heist, awesome capes, a lovable droid, lightsabers. maybe not that last one. Thank you for watching. Here's another Star Wars video, here's another video YouTube thinks you'll like. I am planning to come back to this video after watching the film to see what I got wrong, but until then, goodbye.